Hey, thanks for joining me today. What is going on? It is a beautiful, beautiful Groundhog's Day. Uh, it is Groundhog's Day, the day that we see if the little guy will predict 6 more weeks of winter. And you know what that means? More of the same. Same old, same old, same old, same old. But let's not talk about the weather. Let's talk about something even more predictable than the weather: politicians. They're like groundhogs. They come out, give us a quick glimpse of their face. Then they retreat back to their cozy little burrow where they spend their days repeating the same old BS over and over and over again. And speaking of politicians, have you seen how old some of these politicians are? It's like they're living their own version of Groundhog's Day, except instead of the same day over and over again, it's their own political career. Now, I've heard some rumors, some rumblings, that they might be forcing Joe Biden out of office soon. And if you ask me, it's about time. He's been in politics for half a century. And it's time we had a president that at least appears to know where he is and that he's actually the president. But until then, we'll just have to keep watching the same old political Groundhog Day because, let's face it, folks, the last thing we need is another senior citizen running this country. We've had enough of those already. Thanks a lot. So here's hoping that President Biden will do the right thing and announce his retirement this month. My name is Tom Coffey. This is the Coffee and Nuance Show, the best commentary and news show live right now. Flame on. All right. Thanks for joining me today. I've got to say right now, I will explain in the Aftershow, but I can't see if I'm live on just about every site. So in the Aftershow today, I will get to your comments, but right now I can't see them. So let's hope the stream is working. Let's hope that everything's good. But I'll get to that in a few minutes. The first thing I want to talk about is Joe. Have you heard these rumblings that they're going to try to force him out? There's been a lot of talk about this, but none of it is really confirmed, right? None of it's from a source that's reliable, but a lot of people are suggesting that the permanent people in Washington, whatever you call them, right? Deep state, the elite, whatever you want to call them, but that Biden's just too old to run again in 2024, even though he's already announced that he's going to. I don't think that they gave Joe the memo that he wasn't supposed to do it. But then it brings up all this document stuff, this fuss about all these documents. And the documents, to me, is kind of a big who cares. They made a huge deal about it for Trump. I don't think they should have made such a huge deal about it for Trump. I don't think they should make such a huge deal about it for Biden. Of all the things that these guys have done, having some classified documents is not is so far down on the list of things that are important and that I'm concerned about. But they're bringing up more and more stuff, such as Biden's past business dealings, the purpose of the Penn Biden Center for Diplomacy, and the foreign donations to the University of Pennsylvania. A lot of those were from China. So it's interesting that all these stories, we knew all this stuff before, but it's all kind of breaking now that the midterms are done, now that Joe Biden has served his purpose, right, which was to oust Trump, right? That was what he was good for. And so now what else can you get out of him? I mean, the guy half the time it doesn't even look like he knows where he is. He's referred to Kamala as President Harris so many times I can't even count. He's fumbling around. He's awkward. Now we have like scandal after scandal. Next story I'm going to talk about is his son's laptop is confirmed by his son. So maybe all of this is being brought up to allow him to just kind of gracefully step down. Maybe he can make a deal with whoever is taking over to give him a pardon, give his son a pardon, and just be done with it. And let's move on to the next. But I don't think anybody wants to see him run again. I don't even think his own family wants to see him run again. I think he was trying to run out the clock just to make sure that his son didn't go to prison. I think that might be the only reason he's still in office. I don't know. It's very, very shocking to see that. But, yeah, what do you think? Do you think all of this stuff being brought up now is a way to coax Joe to announce his retirement? You know, you got to be bold on the internet, right? I know my show's Coffee and Nuance. I'm supposed to be nuanced, but you got to have a hot take. And my hot take, I'm saying it right now, and I could be wrong. Joe Biden will announce his retirement this month, the month of February 2023. And if I'm right, I will bring up this clip over and over again about what a great predictor I am. And if I am wrong, I'll probably mention it one time and laugh. But that is my prediction, that Biden will announce his retirement this month. That is my bold prediction. Let's get to the next story. It's about his son finally confirming the laptop. Okay, so Hunter's legal team has demanded investigations into the dissemination of his personal material, and he threatened a defamation lawsuit against Tucker Carlson. And this all went out. It was sent to the Delaware Attorney General, Department of Justice, the IRS, Fox News, Carlson's attorneys. And this is an aggressive new strategy by Hunter Biden, who's facing long-running federal criminal investigations. Biden's attorneys have called for the investigation into the computer repair shop guy, into Rudy Giuliani, into Steve Bannon, their attorney, everything. Sue everybody! Sue everybody! You know? Coincidentally, in doing this, Hunter Biden has finally admitted that, yeah, those laptops with all that stuff on it, yeah, those were mine. And that's, you kind of have to admit that when you're if you sue somebody by saying you released my personal stuff, you're kind of admitting that it was your personal stuff. The Giuliani claims the laptop was abandoned property, and the computer was turned over to the FBI, and the computer repair shop guy also made a copy and gave it to Giuliani. Giuliani's attorneys have described these letters as a frivolous legal complaint. And an independent review commissioned by CBS News found that the computer data turned over to the FBI showed no evidence of tampering or fabrication whatsoever. So all the crazy stuff that you heard about Joe Biden's laptop, and if you've seen some of the stuff from it, CBS News has confirmed that there was no evidence of tampering with any of that. So what was once a crazy conspiracy, you just wait a year or two, and then it's reality. And that's another example of this happening again and again. Have you seen some of this stuff? Now, a lot of the defenders on the left will say, oh, you're shaming him because he, had videos with prostitutes and things like that. And yeah, there's some shame there. There's a lot of drug use there. But the big deal is all the business dealings that Hunter had that are now confirmed. And these business dealings dealt with him taking millions of dollars from foreign countries and some of it going to his dad. So the combination of this legal suit yesterday and all the information about it, I really think that this is just going to lead to Joe Biden stepping down. He can bow out gracefully, as if he can remember how to bow gracefully. And hopefully that'll be the last we hear of him. Let's really hope that that's the last we hear of him. But next up, we're going to talk about the UK getting a little bit more of our money. Oh yeah, U.S. citizens will soon have to apply for an electronic travel authorization before traveling to the UK. The fee for the ETA, as it's called, is expected to be small, and the process will be quick and easy with the application done online in a few minutes. It requires a valid passport, travel details, valid email address, and a credit card or debit card. So, if your credit sucks, you may not go to the UK. The ETA is valid for 2 years and allows multiple trips. Non-visa nationals will need to apply for the ETA. With the list of countries expected to be announced later, travelers will have to get permission prior to travel. Otherwise, they may face a penalty charge. ETA is part of UK's plan to digitize its borders by 2025 to secure its borders. Can't believe they're actually claiming that. And provide more accurate data on who's passing through. You think all those people coming across in boats, do you think they have credit cards and they've applied for their ETA? I don't think so. But this is a way to pull in a little bit more money, charge more people, have a little bit more control. You know, many countries have these programs. I don't know specifically about this one in the UK. I know that when I traveled to Colombia, I had to fill out something online and go through the whole thing and upload stuff to them, pictures of things and where I was staying and all that kind of stuff. It reminds me, Canada had something similar over the pandemic. You couldn't just cross into Canada anymore. And what they wanted you to do was download an app on your phone. And you had to download the app on your phone. And on this app, you had to upload your Vax card, right? I didn't want to download the app. I wanted to go to Vancouver, but I got enough government on my phone already. I don't know why I need the Canadian government's app tracking me to have that on my phone. So when I went to the border, I didn't have it, and I got really hassled by the border guard. He's like, "Well, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you download the app?" Can't tell him the truth, which is, well, I just want you to look at this paper Vax card, and I certainly don't want you to verify it. Anyway, I think that is the future, right? That is the future, that all the governments are going to want to track everything, and they're going to want to have their own app on your phone. I don't know if that's the case for the UK, but to me, more regulations, more bad. Less regulations is obviously better. It'd be nice. We should be able to travel to the UK without putting an app on our phone and paying them a little fee to go visit their country. It's frankly, it's overrated, in my opinion. I don't see myself going to the UK anytime soon. There's so many other awesome places to go. But yeah, I think that's the trend. And I think we're going to have to get used to more and more countries putting these restrictions on us when we travel. But if you have any insight into these ETAs, these electronic travel authorizations, gotta get authorized. Let me know what you've experienced in the comments. And lastly, I want to talk about the sudden popularity of chess. All right. Chess.com is experiencing a surge in traffic. And this they read like a PR for their website. I get it. But since the beginning of December, nearly double the number of active members compared to the end of the year. Their servers are struggling during peak hours, and the cause of the growth, they say, is due to a combination of things: popularity of chess on social media, celebrity interests, and recent events. Chess.com is working to address the issues, and they're trying to upgrade their system. Companies also trying to be more resilient with their system, but everybody is working on the problem, and they're hiring people to address this issue. I actually signed up for chess.com this last month as well. I never did before. Chess was something that I liked the idea of chess, but the problem in the past was you have to find someone you can play that's at your level. And I could never seem to do that in real life, right? And online has always been a weird thing to me, just playing some random person online. But I have signed up for chess.com. I haven't played anyone yet. I've played the computer a couple times. But perhaps this is the year that I venture out and play random people online to see what that's like. Have you ever done that? Do you play online different games? I haven't done it yet, but I'm looking forward to it. If you are interested, I'll play anyone. If you're on chess.com, send me a message on Twitter and we can play a game. I do have a really cool chess set, which is this kind of gothic, I don't know if you can really, it's hard to see, sculpted pieces. Beautiful chess set that I have that I've never actually used. Not once, but maybe this is the year. Let me know. Are you into chess? Maybe you are, maybe not. Anyway, that's it. That's all I have for you today. Let me know what you think of the opening monologue that I did. I think that's something that I want to do more in the future. And your thoughts on all of this. I am going to check out your comments and reply to them after the outro. But as always, have an awesome day. I will see you tomorrow. Peace. Hey everybody, thanks for sticking around. Let's see if I can check out some of these comments. I just want to start off by saying I hate Apple. I hate Apple. What happened, I have a number of Apple computers, iMacs. I have this one here that does my graphics and stuff, and this one here that I stream on. Yesterday, I was looking, and they told me that my iCloud storage was getting full, and I was like, I didn't even know I had iCloud storage. I thought I normally turn that off anytime I get a new computer. I don't want it, but apparently on this computer, I had it on. So I said, okay, yeah, just turn off iCloud. And they erased everything. They erased everything off of my computer. Well, they didn't erase it. They took all the files from my computer and then they backed it up and put it in a different place. Yeah. So I'm frantic this morning trying to get everything working again. I still don't have everything right. I'm not sure what I'm doing. And then I just turned off the internet on this computer, which is also where I can see your comments. So I got a lot to work through. Thanks a lot, Apple. I hate you. I absolutely hate you. If anyone is a master at the iCloud, hit me up on Twitter. I could use some help. But let me see your comments. Apothecary John, always right on time. Thank you for being here. What's up, Bastille? Diet Sprite. Jesse's got the popcorn. Nice. Chris Elliott waiting to be triggered. Excellent. Love it, love it, love it. White House has free ice cream, so your bet taken. That's what Chris had to say. I like it. Got to retweet this as Joe Biden resigns this month. I hope he does. Now, my claim, what I said is I believe, my prediction is that he will announce his retirement this month. Whether he retires or not, I'm not sure, but that's my hot take. Those pics of Naked Hunter will be in the history books someday. Probably, depending on who writes the history books. Hopefully that won't be our current media or Wikipedia, because, some things aren't there. Wow, another great show. This guy is on a roll. Thank you, Diet Sprite. I was on chess club in high school 35 years ago. I still play occasionally. Well, that's cool, Bastille. I did chess club in high school as well, but there was an issue with the captain of our team. A big life event happened. Don't want to get into it, but that was the end of our chess team, so I didn't continue after that. But let's see if Rumble is going on. Let's see if anything is happening there. Perhaps. Let's see, my content. And Duggo says, hey. Once again, Duggo was there. A couple people watching. So, hey, what's up, Rumble? Thanks for joining me today. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Leave a comment if you're watching this, just so I can know that you're out there. You know, it's like if you stream in the middle of a forest and there's no one there to watch, did it even happen? So, anyway, I assume no one's on the other things. Perhaps I'm live over on Twitch. I don't know how to... I have one viewer, so I assume that's me. But anyway, it is what it is. I'll work out all this technical crap, hopefully today. And tomorrow I will come back with a fact check. Oh, I forgot. Yesterday I said that I would see if there were any liars. And who you pointed out was more of a liar than George Santos. And my challenge was Bernie, Thomas Massey, and Rand Paul. And if I weren't totally frantic for the last hour trying to set up this stream today, I'd have better stuff for you today. Really couldn't find anything with Thomas Massey. I couldn't find any big lies that he told. He seems to be a real straight shooter. But I didn't really look enough on him. Rand Paul has occasionally made claims. I think, 12 years ago or something, he made a claim, but it wasn't that far off. It was one of these things where he said, if we raise the minimum wage, then we'll lose 4 million jobs. And the estimate that he was pulling from was between 1 and 5. So he probably should have said, well, it's estimated between 1 and 5, and instead he said 4. Is that really a lie? I don't think it's that big a deal. Bernie, on the other hand, Bernie Sanders, I would say the big lie that was much bigger than anything that George Santos has ever said, in my opinion, was when he was running the first time, and he said that he would fight all the way to the convention. And he told that to his millions of supporters, and he got them to send in millions of dollars in donations, small donations to him, because he said that he would fight all the way to the convention. And then he turned around and he didn't, and just endorsed Hillary and did not fight to the convention. That lie, I think, is much bigger and much more hurtful than anything George Santos did. Again, like I say, George Santos fan club president right here. I'm liking the guy, and seriously, I'm liking the guy. But that's it. Tomorrow I will have a fact check. I have no idea what it's going to be about. I got to work out this tech stuff, but I hope that I get it all together. I'll be ready for you tomorrow. And lastly, if you missed the beginning where I had my little monologue, go back and check out the monologue. It's something that I'm trying to do to make this a better program. And it amuses me as well. So have an awesome day. Love you all. And I will see you tomorrow. Peace.